On behalf of our prestigious IVS University, I, Nawal Muhammad Al-Jabri from MBA final year, extend a very sincere warm welcome to all of you present here and feel privileged for inviting our honorable speaker, Dr. Reshma Dise. Talking about her exceptional work, Dr. Reshma Dise has 19 years of academic experience. She believes that through teaching, she is enhancing quality learning, thus working for the benefit of the whole community. Presently, Dr. Reshma Dise is working as a head in the Department of Human Resource Management at University of Technology and Applied Science in the city of Ibra, that is Sultanate of Oman. She also worked on the thesis titled as A Study on Challenges Faced by Women Employees in Banks and Their Impact on Career Development. Her other research interest includes training and development, management of diversity, organizational behavior, human resource management, compensation, and benefits. She has published many research papers in national and international journals and also contributed to international conferences. The courses developed and taught by her are human resource management, training and development, compensation and benefits, and human resources planning. She manages to contribute various sections being a head HRM at the university, to various committees, examination department, teaching and learning, IQAC to name a few. Therefore, to conclude, she believes in continuous improvement in herself, being a teacher and a learner. That is truly an inspiring and motivational policy of her life. Now, I would request our honorable speaker to address the following International Lecture Series Day 3 on the topic, Reskilling the Employees in the Age of Automation. Thank you.
Thank you a lot, Ms. Nawal. Good evening to one and all. I would like to thank ICFA Dehradun, Patron Professor Hargopal Reddy, VC Brigadier Rajiv Sethi, Program Head Dr. Anand, Program Coordinators Dr. Mohammad Imran and Dr. Deepthi for giving me an opportunity to talk here. Also, I'd like to have my sincere gratitude to Ms. Preeti Basket because she had recommended it. Today, I'm going to talk about actually on how we are going to reskill the employees. So before I start my presentation, I would like you to answer a small quiz or a question, I can say. So I'll just put it across to you. Please respond to this question. Just click on that and you can give a response to this.
Dear student, take this poll and answer the questions.
Yeah, please.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes. Yes,
ma'am, only one question is there, na?
Yeah, right now it's only one question. Slowly we will go ahead.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So now I got the answers from you. The question was, is reskilling and upskilling the same? 10% of you said yes, and 90% of you said no. So actually, I'm going to have this as an interaction session instead of me alone talking. So those who said it is no, could you please tell me why? You can open your mics and you can just answer me. Why do you say it is no? Upskilling and reskilling are not the same. Why do you think?
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Vaibhav.
Ma'am, upskilling is that the individual who is holding a skill is upgrading his skill to another platform, to another level up.
Okay.
And reskilling means that he was holding a skill for some time, but has certainly forgotten, or certainly due to lack of motivation and all, he had dispatched his skills from where he was. So
Okay.
so he will start to reapplying the skills to that level that where he left upon.
Okay. Okay, Baiva. That was good. Great. So anybody else could answer me? Baiva, thank you. Anybody else? Maybe I can ask Alex Matthew to answer to me.
Sure, ma'am.
Yeah, please. What is the difference between upskilling and reskilling?
Ma'am, in my point of view, upskilling is the learning of additional skills for enhancing existing abilities. But
Okay.
But if we say about reskilling, I think it is a learning of new sets of skill or training of new roles.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Alex. Exactly.
Thank you.
So I'll start sharing my screen now. Okay, so today's presentation basically is on reskilling employees in the age of automation. So everybody, I'm sure, is talking about pandemic. So what happened when pandemic started? We stopped going to the college, we stopped going to the bank, we stopped going to the market. So how did we, but still we need all these things for survival. So what happened? What did we do? So we started using technology. We started using technology. That is from face-to-face classrooms, we moved on to virtual classrooms. From banks, we used to visit the bank branches. From there, we moved on to e-banking. Then we used to we used to go shopping for our things to the market. But we started using online, ordering all the material or things that we need online. So this is how our life has changed in pandemic. So what happens is, as per because our life has changed, some new things have come in place. So I'll just give you a brief outline of the program today. Introduction, it's small. I'll talk about the data, some information, objectives, the 4 top technologies that will have impact on the jobs, methods of reskilling, factors to be considered by reskilling employees, impact of reskilling on organization, and why reskilling is required for generation workforce, conclusion and references. So as you said correctly, okay, upskilling means I'm having a skill. This skill has been enhanced. This is upskilling. But what is reskilling? Reskilling means you are trying to motivate the employee to get a new skill. For example, now just tell me whether this is upskilling or reskilling. I'm a teacher. I used to teach. But now they are asking me to teach using virtual platform. This becomes upskilling or reskilling?
Reskilling, ma'am.
Reskilling. Why?
Ma'am, because we are motivating them to do something new or do something other than what we used to do.
Exactly correct. See, I'm a Gen X employee. Okay, I am not so well versed with the technology, but you are a millennium employees. You will be a millennium employees. So what happens is, I was only with the board and a chalk, and I used to write in the class and teach you something. But they totally changed my mode. I'm not using my board anymore. My students are not here, asking me to use new platforms, asking me to use new methods. So this is reskilling, where they are trying to inculcate technology into my job. Okay, why reskilling is used? Reskilling is mainly used so that we will be able to retain our employees and not make them redundant. So what happens is, it basically gives an employer competitive advantage in the market. You know that more efficient the employee is, the more efficient the organization becomes, and they are able to survive in the market. So there are some of the data, just a general data that we have collected. So 85 million jobs will be automated in the next 5 years. We can say that about 375 million workers needs to be reskilled. That is about 14% of the current workforce needs to be reskilled. 43% of the business leaders feel that there is skill gap among their employees. Okay, and 56% of the executives plan to use reskilling programs to update their employees. So I'll be going into depth of reskilling. So this is what the data. Mainly, if you see, Gen X people need reskilling. Gen X. You as a millennium do not need much of reskilling because you are already into it. So I'll continue. So the three objectives are, the first one, we are going to study how technology is going to impact the job. Second one, we are going to study the methods of reskilling the employees. And the third one, what impact the humans reskilling will have on the organization. So, you know, there are I'm going to talk about 4 top technologies today that have impact on the jobs. That is, these are important jobs that will need reskilling. The first one here is artificial intelligence. Can you tell me what is artificial intelligence? Have you heard this? This word has become very common now. So you will have to talk to me, give me some responses, please. What is artificial intelligence? Can anybody tell me? Anybody, please? Artificial intelligence.
And the stimulation of human intelligence processed by the machines or computer.
Madam, artificial intelligence is a method of writing algorithm to search the
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I think I had some network issues. So you can just tell me what is artificial intelligence? Anybody can just open your mic and tell for a moment what is artificial intelligence?
Madam, artificial intelligence is a new technology, new method to retrieve the insight from a data through automation, like writing algorithm and searching insight from the huge data.
Exactly, correct. Am I talking to Franklin? Was this Franklin?
Yes, madam.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Franklin. It was great. So I'll go back to my screen sharing. Okay, so as Mr. Franklin said, it's exactly correct what he said. So what is this artificial intelligence? The world actually has changed drastically over the few years. If you see that, there is a lot of improvement over the technology and automation in last few years. So artificial intelligence is going to capture many of the important industries or sectors. So can you think, if I tell you that artificial intelligence is going to cover up the hospitals, can you think? Can you think? The hospital, if I tell you the hospital staff will be replaced by artificial intelligence, will you believe this?
Yes, ma'am, it
Yes.
can happen.
It can happen. Okay, this is one. How can it happen? Who will be replaced? Can the doctors be replaced?
Ma'am, for complex operations, different robots and other things can be used. They can gather the data and other human human informations which they can use for complex surgeries and other things.
Exactly. So what happens is we have a lot of nurses in the hospital. These nurses can be replaced by the robots or even labs. Many experiments can be conducted by these robots. So this artificial intelligence will just think like humans. They'll think like humans. But the main thing, it will be their decision-making abilities. So still our jobs, being the HR or engineer or financial management, will be existing. We will not become obsolete. No, we will be existing, though there will be a great level of reskilling for us. So how we are going to be reskilled as artificial intelligence? So what will happen is that our jobs, current jobs, will be replaced slightly. There will be new jobs with the new skills that we will be acquiring. It may be like business intelligence developer, or they may call us data for the nurses, they may call them data scientists, or they may be some, the salesman may be called as product managers. So what happens is this existing jobs will be slowly replaced, but human requirement will be there to a certain level. This is with regard to artificial intelligence. So I'll go to the second question that will be in one sec. I'll go to the second question. Please check your chat box. The second question that I would like to put. Please answer this question. Second question. I think I put the wrong question. I think I put the wrong question. Just a minute. I'll change the question. Just a minute. Because I'm into more of Teams with Zoom. I find it a little difficult. Can you hear me, please? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, one minute. I'll put the question now. One sec.
Yes, ma'am.
One sec. I'm not able to find the chat box. One sec. Yeah, please answer this question with regard to, please answer the question that I have put, the second question that I have put in your chat box. Please answer that. Please respond to the second question I just put. Which of the following refers to Internet of Things? Okay, that's it. Thank you. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, the second one I'm going to talk about second technology is actually Internet of Things. I'm sure you know what is Internet of Things. If you see this picture, you will understand because pictures speak 1,000 words. So if you see that all the physical objects that we are having is connected to technology, softwares, like for example, your AC, isn't it connected to the remote? Yes. Maybe before 15 years, we did not even have an idea. We just had a button and then we got a remote control. And today it's connected to our mobile phones or the watch. They had a pocket watch, they went to a wrist watch, and today we are having the smart watch in our hands. Or for the factory system, wireless internet or wireless inventory trackers. The biggest example for Internet of Things is Alibaba. If you have gone through Alibaba.com or AliExpress, you will see that Jack Ma has tried completely to make his warehouses as without any human interactions. He has seen that all the robots or it will be connected in internet way. That is, I place an order, the things are not collected. Like if you see our Amazon, things are collected manually and sent to us. But here the machine does all those things. So that is Internet of Things. Or you will have home security. If you see few years back, we had security guards. Now these security guards are being slowly replaced with that is with I can tell you security cameras, security systems. We are having Internet of Things even with this factories, etc. What has happened is with this that is IoT, that is Internet of Things, many of the jobs will be replaced. Many of the jobs, that is the jobs that we are doing right now physically, will be replaced. The best example, as I told you, that is Alibaba. They have totally replaced all the humans by machines. Hence, there will be more demand for jobs like sensors, accurator professionals, networking structures, engineers, etc. This is with the second one, that is Internet of Things. So there will be more demand. Now, I just want to clarify one small thing. You may be asking me, why we should listen to all this, because tomorrow many of you will be working in training department, many of you will be working in many other organizations where you will have to oversee that your employees are doing these things, or these reskilling of employees is required. The third one is cyber security. You know that WikiLeaks, we had a big issue with WikiLeaks, or many a times ICICI had a big fraud. Why did this happen? This happened because of cyber security. So what happens is, usually all our data now is stored in the cyber. You know that bank information, personal information, etc. And this information needs to be protected. If you see, years before, our parents used to safeguard their data in a cupboard locked. But now it is no more like that. It is, everything is over the internet. So these data needs to be kept secret, both individual data and organization data. Confidentiality and privacy also plays an important role here. So we can say that having specialized in cybersecurity in the future can be one of the important skill that we can acquire. So what are the jobs that will cybersecurity will offer in the future? It can be forensic experts, incident reporter, penetration tester, or cryptographer. You know about cryptocurrency. Okay, the person who purchased these cryptocurrencies have become millionaire. Now, even we have heard that Bank of China has issued cryptocurrency. So, for all these things, you will need to have cybersecurity. So, it is not, I'm not talking about upskilling, it is reskilling, actually adding an additional skill to ourselves with the existing skills that we have. The last one I'm talking about is blockchain. So what is this? Blockchain. Blockchain, usually here a large amount of data is stored together in a chain format. This will help in reducing of hacking, leaking, or cheating of the data. So what happens here is, actually the future currencies or future information depends upon this blockchain, and blockchain, and there will be no hard cash to go around. Hard cash will gradually disappear. If you see in US, there are no money transaction at all. They just have right now cards only. It's a matter of time. From cards, we are going to move to cryptocurrency. So there are some jobs that are required with blockchain, and cryptocurrency goes hand in hand. Hence, organizations will have to reskill their employees to meet these requirements. So I just want to summarize this particular point. There are many technologies. I've not taken all of them. I just took artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, cybersecurity, and blockchain. Let me go to the methods of reskilling employees. There are N methods, but these are the easiest methods how you can reskill the employees. The first one is the short-term courses. So you can give an opportunity to the employees to stay in the career by offering them short-term courses. Now, how are you going to offer them short-term courses? There is an option. You as an employer in future can sponsor their education. Short-term courses will study a new skill, reskill themselves for a short period. Here, short-term courses can be up to 2 years, and many of the organizations are offering these short-term courses. So they can, you being the employer, can try to sponsor these courses for your employees, which are offered by various educational institutions, or you can also try to design your courses if you are planning for inbuilt short-term courses for your employees. These short-term courses for the employees will help them to stay in the career for a long time. It will give them a quick promotion, and also the employees will have competitive advantage. So the second method of reskilling employee is mentoring or coaching. You know these two things, mentoring and coaching. In coaching, usually it is coach driven, and here it is mentee driven. So usually coaches are assigned to us or given to us in a formal way. But when we are doing mentoring, it is the mentors are matched with the mentees. Mentors are matched with the mentees. So coaching, usually it is to achieve the goals of the organization. But mentoring is usually for experience and knowledge from the mentees. Okay, so mentoring usually is for 8 to 12 months. But if you see coaching is usually for 3 to 6 months only. So the coaching is short term, whereas mentoring will be for long term. So if you have an expert in your organization and you want to reskill your employees, so give them an opportunity for mentoring or coaching. The third is on-the-job training. This is very famous. Even we are like our students, I'm sure now we have begun in India also, but just from here, our students, before exiting at any level from the university, they have to go for a 8-week on-the-job training. Basically, on-the-job training here, we are trying to give a set of skills that employer will have to teach our students. So on-the-job training usually increases the practical skills of the employees. So what happens is the employees will get new skills, like maybe in digital skills, maybe analytical skills, or organizational transformational skills, any type of skills. That's why we are using this on the job. The fourth and the last method I am talking about is e-learning. So what is e-learning? See, due to COVID, the face-to-face learning has completely stopped. So the best method you can use is you can ask the employees to go and use e-learning. Okay, so e-learning, so they will learn a new skill. They will learn a new skill. Not like upskilling where they are going to increase their skills. No, reskilling is learning of a new skill. For example, I do not know what is Java. So what happens is reskilling here becomes, I am trying to learn and do the Java programming. That becomes a reskilling. But if you say, if I plan like, okay, I'm going to do something advanced on Word. office. What happens? I already have that skill. So I'm just increasing my skill, or increasing my efficiency in the skill. That just becomes upskilling. So remember, the employee, you can give an option to the employees for e-learning, that is having or inculcating or building a new skill. These are the four important methods of reskilling the employees. Okay, let's 1 minute. Let's have a small other quiz. Just a minute. Okay, I just want your response on this. Please answer the question, the survey that I sent. Which do you think is more efficient in reskilling the employees? According to your knowledge, what do you think? On-job training is required, or coaching is required, mentoring is required? Okay, I think I can share my screen. Your responses in here. 1 minute. You can see your responses. Yes. You can see your responses, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Nobody has selected mentoring. Why do you think why mentoring is not effective? Can you give me a reason? Because nobody has selected that.
Ma'am, I can think so that if people are considering it as a more informal way, that is why they
Okay.
have not selected.
Yeah, okay. This is more informal. Actually, mentors and mentees, we are just matching them. That's why maybe. Anything else? Thank you, Anmol. Anybody else? Anything?
Madam, can I say?
Yeah, sure, sir. You're free to say.
Madam, mentoring and is a basic foundation, and advanced level, it doesn't teach the advanced level. Advanced level is given to us. We have to walk through the advanced level. That's what
Okay.
I'm thinking.
Okay. It's okay. It's like very much okay, whatever you're saying. Thank you. Anybody else? Because we do have 75 participants, and if only 2 or 3 are answering to me. Others, please. Why do you think? Yeah.
Dear students, don't hesitate. Just answer.
Yeah, please,
okay?
please. It's an interactive session.
Yeah,
I
there is
cannot
no
only
punishment.
talk. Yeah.
There is no punishment. Okay,
No
don't
punishment
hesitate.
and no marks as well. So you
Yeah.
can give a wrong answer also. I accept it.
Right.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Come on.
Ma'am, I think all of given option is true because mentoring and coaching and job training, yeah, all three have provided us new thinking and a new way to acquire something. That's why I put it answer all of given all.
Okay, good.
Yes,
Thank you.
sir.
Anybody else could say anything? No. Okay. So anybody who has given on-the-job training, can you justify why on-the-job training? Why on-the-job training?
Can I, madam?
Yeah, sure, Anmol.
On the job training, the individual are given the freedom to pervase themselves in the training, in the technology what they're working on. we should have a basic know how to make it into advanced format.
Okay, correct. Even I feel mentoring and coaching, there may be some gap there when they are trying to reskill us, because it is just passing some skills or benefits from one person to another. They may not give us 100%. But yes, it is a form of mentoring and coaching. Usually it can be given for an orientation of new employees, but still it is considered as one of the reskilling for employees in the organization. So let me go to the next one. Okay, some of the factors that we consider for reskilling of employees. What are the factors that we need to consider? So the first factor that we need to consider for reskilling of the employees is, that is, you should motivate your employee to reskill him. You should motivate the employee. There is reskilling can be done only when the employee is motivated. If the employee is not interested in then you can use the financial and the non-financial incentives to motivate the employees. You know that if like financial is try to give him some money or some help benefits to him, or non-financial can be even some type of promotions. So in order to reskill the employees, the organization should consider, the first part is they should motivate the employees, because if an employee is reluctant, then the employer should not waste his resources trying to reskill the employee. For example, A is reluctant to reskill himself, then to a certain extent the organization can motivate him, later leave him, because over the period he will become redundant for us. The second one is attitude. The attitude of the employees is very towards their job and towards reskilling plays an important role. If an employee is having positive attitude, reskilling becomes very easy. But if an employee is having negative attitude, then reskilling such employees become very difficult. Third is emotional intelligence. While reskilling, try to choose those employees who have a high intelligence, more emotional intelligence, because you're going to invest a lot of money and time on them. Okay, employees with less emotional intelligence cannot be very nicely reskilled, or cannot, it is not easy to reskill them. So choose those employees who have more emotional intelligence, who are dedicated, and who are enthusiastic. And the last one, for factors that you want to consider, are support from top management and peers. So remember, when you're planning to reskill the employees in the organization, you require support from top management, because top management is going to give us all the resources required. And also there should be support from the peers. If you are going to bully, if the colleagues are going to bully when an employee is being reskilled, then reskilling will not become efficient. This is very during the work program, they will need support to cover them up, or to help them. So support from both top management and peers is very important for reskilling. This is the next one. So next we will go to analyze the impact of reskilling on organization. What happens when you reskill the employees of the organization? The first thing you will have is, you can have internal mobility. It is not external mobility. I'm talking about internal mobility. So when you reskill the employees of the organization, you can move them to different departments, different branches, or you can move them from interdepartment, or different branches, etc. So it is possibility to have internal mobility, that is, employees can be moved. That even we can consider promotion as one of the advantage of having reskilling for internal mobility. Second one is you will have flexible workforce. So what happens is your workforce will be able to do many type of jobs which were not done in the past. So employees will become flexible. There will be multi-skilling and there will be multitasking. They'll be able to do different type of jobs. So if you see me now, for example, I was used to old style of teaching. I have moved on to e-learning. So I have become multi-skilled and I have become multitasking. So that is the advantage of having flexible workforce. The third one is with with the reskilling, the goodwill of the organization will automatically increase. When you reskill your employees in the organization, you will be able to, the market, the society will receive you in a better way. So because of this reskilling, the employees' ability and efficiency will increase. When the employees' ability and efficiency increases, the goals of the organization are achieved. When goals of the organization are achieved, the organization increases its profit. So this is how the goodwill of the organization will increase. The society will accept the organization very nicely, or they will accept the organization in a positive way. The next one is you will have motivated employees. You know that when you reskill the employees, their morale and their confidence will automatically increase. When their morale and morale and confidence increases, automatically their productivity will increase. Again, I'm going back to the same thing. The goals of the organization will increase and the profit of the organization will increase. Next one, because of reskilling, very important is you will be able to retain your employees, because hiring new employees, recruiting new employees is a tedious, time consuming, money consuming work. But if you are able to reskill your employees, there will be huge amount of employee retention. So just a small chart on why employees are considering to change their jobs. Any organization, the main important thing, employees leave the job because of compensation or corporate benefits. This is very important. Some, they say we do not have better work-life balance. But if you're going to reskill them, they can do their jobs at home or outside. It will help us to retain them in the organization. A percentage of employees also feel they are not recognized in the organization. This recognition you can give them when we are being, they can be reskilled. See, for example, few years back, it was training. We were using the word training. Training really basically means increasing the competency and skill of employees. When people used to tell they go for training, it was a big thing to achieve something. Now, people would like to tell, I am being reskilled. That is, by having this reskilled in the organization, the employee retention will increase. Retention rate will be more, because if employees leave the organization, then we will have our recruitment cost will increase, training cost will increase, etc. In order to avoid all this, we can use reskilling. There is an important saying here: known devils are better than unknown angels. Do you know what does this mean? What does this proverb mean? Known devils are better than unknown angels. Anybody, anything? Do you know about this? This is the employees whom we know will be always good comparing to if you are planning to bring somebody from outside, because everything from far away looks fancy, but when it comes into reality, it may be not so good. So though we are having something, we'll have to adjust with it. It's just like the grass on the other side is greener. So it's better to be contented with what we have, then invest in what we want in future. That is why it is employee retention. Whenever I talk about employee retention, I talk about the proverb, known devils are better than unknown angels. You can Google it out, you will get information. The last one, I already covered it up, reduction in recruitment and training cost. So same thing, when you try to retain employees, okay, your cost of recruitment and your cost of training will reduce, which will show an increase in the profit of the organization. This is how we are going to, this is how the organization will have impact when they are reskilling the employees. Finally, why reskilling is required? Is it required for every generation? Reskilling is required for every generation. Maybe I cannot talk about baby boomers because most of them would have come to an age of retirement now. But yes, Gen X like us or Millennium Gens require this reskilling. Reskilling is required for every type of job in the current virtual world. Everybody needs reskilling. Okay, remember, the organizations were hit with a big blow during this pandemic. So what they basically did was they tried to reskill the employees or inculcate new skills among the employees so that their job will continue, their productivity will continue, their efficiency will continue. Remember, reskilling will help the employees to advance in their career and also achieve the goal. Remember, reskilling is a dynamic learning is a dynamic and advanced thing, which everybody is going to require. There is no stop for learning. We never stop learning. This is one important thing. Maybe I am 45, I still learn. Maybe you are 25 and you are still learning. There is no age gap. So remember, reskilling is required in all of us. This was not there 10 years back. If you had asked me about reskilling, I would say no, this is waste of time. But today, yes, it is required. It is required. You being students also can go alternatively for a small time course where you will have a new skill in you. Because when I was studying also, if you see, we had small time computer courses. We used to attend it. So same thing, you can attend something relevant to your studies, your interest. Okay, so what it will make you multi-skilled. Tomorrow when you are entering into the organization, job market, labor market, you will be more efficient comparing to other candidates for the job. So my suggestion always is try to have more skills, as many skills as possible. It will help you, it will keep you focused because future is ever changing. New things are coming, new job opportunities are coming. So when I was in college, it was like Word and Excel and Microsoft Office was a big thing. But today that is outdated. That is basics like knowing ABCD. And I know now we have reached up to Y and Z. So you need to inculcate new skills in yourself. You need to work more. Try to have more technology. You know to operate mobile phones. You know to operate laptops. You can do everything with it. But how to program it? How to do some new gaming thing? How to use some new hardwares and softwares? It was my time where everything was depending on books, like recruitment was in a newspaper, advertisement, selection was all the candidates will send the application, job analysis was in a bit of paper, human resource planning was just manual calculations. But it is not anymore like this. Everything is computer based now. So you need to learn the skills that you require in future. What are the skills that will help you to enhance your career? What are the skills that are required to achieve your goal? I'm sure now most of you have some goals to achieve, and these goals can be achieved only when you have more skills. World has become a competition for all types of skilled employees. So remember, reskilling yourself, getting new skills will be very important. So before I can conclude by saying that every organization has human talent. They have human talent, but this human talent needs to be reskilled so that employees will be able to use the skills they have to upgrade themselves or move ahead in their career. And the future of the jobs is fast changing. So because the jobs are changing, it is required that the employees also will have to change, because organizations want to be competitive, and when they want to be competitive, they want competitive employees. They are going to support you future when you become their employees. But now as students, you need to inculcate new skills in you, so that it will be easy for you to face the competition in the market. This is what I want to tell, that finally as students, you need to have new skills in you. So it's up to you what skills you want to explore, because education is a vast industry with n number of options. So thank you all. And these were some of the references from where I got the work. Thank you for listening to me patiently. It was nice.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your valuable words. Now I would like to invite the students, if they have any questions in between, although ma'am already answers and you already got the interactive session. Dear students, if you have any questions related to that topic, you may write in chat box. Any questions so far, you can write in chat box. We are having students, ma'am, from across the India. So
Okay.
sometimes maybe the problem in some network, because nowadays the rainy season is there in most of the places in country India.
And I know the students, because
Yes,
even I'm in the teaching profession, I know how hard it is to make them type a sentence.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
I understand it very well.
Yeah. Dear students,
Yes,
don't
students,
hesitate.
you have any questions, you can ask me, or you can go and reskill yourself.
True, ma'am.
That would be a good option, ma'am. It was a great session, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Ma'am, I want to ask one thing, ma'am. You are talking about the on-the-job training, ma'am. Ma'am,
Yes.
if the technology used to be changing, ma'am, so we are adopting that technology. So, ma'am, basically, most of the organization don't know whether the technology will be successful or not. Ma'am, if we are adopting that technology, or in future, all the employees, because on the job training is a most expensive thing, I think. Say in the most of the cases, if you're adopting that technology, or sometime we are used to be failed in that thing, so what should we do?
See, actually, what happens, we are going to use a technology, and that technology will not be old. We are going to improve on that. So it is better to learn. I'll just give you a small example of using Facebook. When we started using Facebook, maybe now 16 years back, it had basic facilities. And then over the period of time, it increased with more features. So what happens is, here also, what happens is, you learn the basic things. And then a basic thing is a new skill. Then you go on improvising on it. This is what I would say about any technology. Technology starts as a small, but it develops, it improvises. So new skill are to be learned in a small way beginning, and then you go to improve it. For example, we started with the first thing, like in the banks, we used to go to collect money. Okay, then we came to the ATM cards. Now we have e-banking. So what happens is, the process, the technology used is same, but only the thing is, it has improvised. So that is how I would say that though it is on-job training, you learn a new skill, you can improvise on these skills. That is how I would connect these two things: OJ, on-job training, and your the old, if it's becoming old, or something like that.
Thank you, ma'am, for that.
Yeah. No, basically, I spoke about, there's a question in the chat box.
Yes.
Basically, I spoke about intelligent, sorry. Sorry. 1 minute. I'll just drink water. Sorry. Basically, actually, I spoke one of the important factor to be considered is EI, actually, emotional intelligence. That is, if a person has more of intelligence, try to motivate him to learn new skills. Okay, choose those employees with lot of intelligence to learn reskilling. And for those employees whose emotional intelligence is less, okay, in spite of giving motivation, you are not able to do it, then you can go for upskilling or training for him. This is how you as an employee in future, when you're deciding who has to go for reskilling and who has to go for a training or upskilling, you can use it. The next one is motivation, retention, and reward are three different things which will play better role for employee for the revenue of the company. Actually, there are two aspects, employer and employee. So motivation is very important for employee to be retained in the organization. An important motivation for an employee actually is reward. We are not going to work without any financial or non-financial benefits. So all these things go hand in hand for the revenue of the organization. You have to motivate your employees in order to retain them, and in order to retain them, you need to reward them well. That is what the chart was showing. So all these things are a continuous circle for the employee, for the revenue of the company. Because I told you, to motivate, you need retention. For retention, you need reward. Only then it is possible to have a good to increase the productivity of employees, which will increase automatically the revenue or the profit of the organization. Any more questions? So actually, I'm not into a lot of finance, but somewhere Bitcoins, even I feel like investing. The cryptocurrency or Bitcoins, I feel like investing. When I heard that Bank of China wanted it, started it, I really felt like investing, because there were so many articles showing that within a day, it from $0.2, it jumped to $5. So we don't know what is the future, but looking at the progress of Bitcoin, I think the future may be lying in this. Just like how 20 years back, blue chip companies made lot of money or money, the same thing. I feel like, yes, Bitcoin will be in future. Bitcoin will be the future for us. There will be no hard money moving anymore. There will be no apps used. We will be using Bitcoins. And I'm planning to actually invest very soon in Bitcoins, provided my husband allows me. He doesn't.
Rightly said, ma'am. So any other question? If not, so okay. So we are going for a vote of thanks, ma'am. Suruchi Temak, now I would like to invite you. Are you there, beta?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please go ahead.
Right. So a very good afternoon, everyone. I, Suruchi Tepak, on behalf of ICFA University, IPS Dehradun, always consider it as a huge pleasure and honor to propose a word of thanks on this memorable event. Firstly, I would like to thank our renowned distinguished guest speaker. Whatever I will say, it's not enough. Dr. Reshma ma'am, for taking out her crucial time, and not only that, for enlightening us with this commendable talk on the subject. I need time to appreciate you, ma'am. You have seriously cleared all our concepts and broadened our ideas or related to the subject. So we will be very delighted to conduct such sessions with you again, and I hope you envisage the same. Next, I would like to thank our Dean, Sir Dr. Anand Betapuri. As I said, without his active support, such kind of events can't take place. So thank you so much, sir. And on behalf of organizing committee, I would like to thank our Vice Chancellor, Professor Y.R. Haragopal Reddy, as well as the Registrar Brigadier Rajiv Sethi. Then again, I must mention deep sense of appreciation as a footnote to Dr. Imran, Assistant Professor at IBS Dehradun, for conducting such wonderful events. Thank you, sir. These interventions seriously benefit us in future. Then I must thank Dr. Deepti Kiran ma'am for inviting our guest speaker, Dr. Reshma. Thank you, ma'am. And of course, without expressing my gratitude, this word of thanks would largely be incomplete for faculty members. So thank you very much. Lastly, I would appreciate and thank all the students for their participation and cooperation in making this event a resounding success. I thank everyone present here. Thanks for your patience listening, and I hope you enjoy a great evening ahead. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. And we will look forward for next event soon.
Thank you, sir. And we would like to have a collaboration with you.
Sure,
Even
ma'am.
we do arrange guest lectures.
Yeah,
So
sure,
we'll
ma'am.
be in touch for this so that you can also enlighten our students with the recent topics and other things, because
Definitely.
we have 2 specializations just like that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Imran, for having me. Thank you, Dr. Preeti, for having. It was very nice. Thank you, students, for being there and listening to me patiently for an hour.
Thank you,
Thank you so
ma'am.
much. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. It was nice being with you today. It's a great experience for me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.